How about this? The U.S. Park Police are...
It starts by storming Brockton!
The Father is currently in theaters, and I have to say right off the bat, because I know that this review will obviously be posted a little bit later, I was fortunate enough to be able to see this the day that the Oscar nominations came out, so it was kind of awesome to see, hey, this movie I'm about to see got nominated for a bunch of Oscars. I'm pumped to go see it to begin with. Now I'm extra pumped. This is a film, I can't lie, right off the bat, I didn't know much about it other than it starred Anthony Hopkins and Olivia Coleman, and how Anthony Hopkins plays a character that unfortunately is slowly dealing with dementia. And don't get me wrong, we've seen films before dealing with the topic of dementia, but when I heard that it's from the perspective of Anthony Hopkins' character, I was like, this is going to be something special. And truth be told, it is. This is a really good film. Anthony Hopkins gives a magnificent performance. He really does give you that feeling as if you are in this perspective. Because it's crazy, you know, Anthony Hopkins has always been one of my favorite actors, but it's just crazy with how he is able to give so much nuances with every performance, and this is no exception. In fact, this is probably top 5 performances of his, no question about it. Up there with like Westworld, you know, obviously, of course, Silence of the Lambs and Amistad. Like, it's that great of a performance. But I think what makes it even more so is that he himself is obviously a lot older. Like, he is no spring chicken any longer. So I feel like this movie might even feel more personable for him because he knows how to obviously emulate those feelings really well. And he does a great job with it. I really did like what he brought to the table. And he's also backed up by Olivia Coleman, who, again, is magnificent in this film. She's really good. Not quite the best performance I've seen from her. That probably would go to The Favorite still, but she's still great. And what I especially love is how Anthony Hopkins, obviously, he's the forefront. He is probably the best thing about the movie, but I also want to give huge props to the editing and the production design. Now, these two things on the forefront, both are really good, but combined, they really make for effective storytelling because you have a film, again, it's from the perspective of someone that's dealing with dementia, and we as the audience are getting to understand that because there are a lot of scenes where you'll see one character, and then Anthony Hopkins will go to see that character again, literally in the same exact scene, and that character will look different, and the environment will be a little bit different with a little bit of tweaks. And that's something that really makes for an effective viewing because you feel off balanced. You feel confused the same way that the main character is supposed to be confused. And I think that really worked. It also helps, obviously, that the script is pretty tight for the most part, and I think that that script also gives a pretty darn good twist. I know some people are probably going to be like, oh, I saw that coming, but I didn't. And in fact, that ending where that twist was revealed, I was like, holy cow, that it made me recontextualize things. It reminded me of Pain and Glory, you know, the Pedro Almodovar movie where you're watching a movie, you think that you're just watching like a drama, and the next thing you know, at the very end, it recontextualizes things to where you then want to rewatch the movie and say, oh, that makes so much sense. And honestly, the ending was very sad. And obviously, you guys know me, though. I love sad endings. But it really did make me think, like, this is a film that I feel like more and more people should watch, which is why I'm especially glad I got nominated for Best Picture because, you know, you have people such as myself where if a film gets nominated for Best Picture, you try to see it. And so I'm hoping that more and more people come across this movie because I do think it's an important piece of cinema. I think it's a film that works on pretty much every level. The filmmaking is really good. I also want to give props to the cinematography, which I know some people might be like, oh, it's dull looking, but I wouldn't say it's dull looking. I would say that it's very much so depressing looking, and it matches, again, the tone that they're going for. So there's that. I also like the score and how it's very much so in the vein of like classic music, you know, like from 400 years ago. And who knows, maybe they even used pieces from 400 years ago, but it was very much so classical based music that I really appreciated. The other thing is, in terms of negatives, I will say that I thought the first 10 minutes, it took me a little bit to get into the rhythm of everything. And in retrospect, the first 10 minutes, I think, will obviously age like a fine wine upon second viewing, because the first 10 minutes is getting you into these characters and everything, and it feels very slice of life-esque almost. But then as the film progressed, it got better and better. And honestly, it's not really so much an issue. It's just kind of like a middle-of-the-road kind of complaint. But I will say the second act I did think was a little bit slow. But again, I feel like these are minor quibbles, because again, I already want to watch the movie again. I thought it was very effective storytelling. I thought Anthony Hopkins gave it his all. Of course, hope he wins Best Actor at the Oscars. Probably won't, but I do hope that he does. And again, this is a film that if you haven't seen, I would highly recommend you do so. And that's why The Father, I'll be giving a 4.25 out of 5-star rating, which for those like a hot sauce rating, gets the Louisiana Pure Crystal Hot Sauce. That's right, guys. It's a good film. But guys, if you have seen The Father, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget the subscription, notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later.